I think this business of just being willing to feel the pain of being wrong when there's very low stakes, it still sucks. I think that it's very difficult to do what one wants to do without imagining it first. I think people get scared that the outcome won't be what they hope for. Like that fear of failure piece I think is very real. But there's this interesting shift in the literature in the last couple of years, which clearly shows that anything that we reflect on later, we learn faster and we retain longer. And it's because most all of learning is anti-forgetting. And that sounds so obvious. When students, for instance, would read a passage once or twice or three times or four times, and they did all the derivations of do they take notes, do they highlight, do they talk about with friends, et cetera. There are two things that really make things stick. And one is self-testing is incredibly powerful for retaining information. And I think this business of just being willing to feel the pain of being wrong when there's very low stakes, it still sucks. None of us like to be wrong because the places where they don't work, you'll never forget. The places where they work, you'll never forget.
I think I can figure that out, and it'll be interesting to figure it out. I think if you can approach all of your habits, and maybe a lot of life, with this lens of curiosity, where it's not really about failing or succeeding, it's about reaching. It's about trying something new and then seeing what you can learn from it. That puts you in a good position too, because it's a little bit less about, competition has its place, and I consider myself to be a fairly competitive person. It's nice when you don't make everything about that, about being the best from the start, because you can talk yourself out of a lot.